On the run, it's Dowdle. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. Now Prescott. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Here's Prescott. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
It hasn't been a real good start to this game from a defensive perspective, but now after the incompletion on 2nd down, things may be changing. If they can come up with one more play, they might be able to get out of it with just a field goal attempt.
Two incompletions haven't moved him any closer. And likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here.
Here we go, 46.
Prescott from the gun. Flushed out right. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys are on the board first here this afternoon. Solid finish to the opening drive. And look, when you get down around the goal line, you have to account for his legs. We saw it right there.
Yeah, that's the added dimension to the offense, isn't it? Remember what the offensive line coach told us earlier this week? I told my guys, he's going to run it. We have to make sure he stays protected and give him an opportunity.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run for the first time here with Brian Robinson. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Daniels looking to throw. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And he lost the football. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Second and 9 from the 44.
Yes! Hey, 47!
Here's Prescott. He'll get this to his running back, Dowdle. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
With the score, Cowboys 7, Commanders, nothing.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a third down coming up. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Here we go. Here we go. Going to 54. 26.
Play fake. Here's Prescott rolling to his right. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3-and-out.
And the Cowboys going to bring on Brian Anger to punt on 4th down. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive. And this throw will be intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 34.
Here we go. Kill. 26.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They run here with Dowdle. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage. Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area and it winds up incomplete.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down and 3.
Ready? 19 tight. 19 tight. Ready?
To throw is Daniels. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Throwing now is Daniels. Puts it on the carpet, it's out. And this ball recovered by the offense, but remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble.
Ready.
To the air goes Daniels. Open man is the tight end, John Bates. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Now Daniels. On the catch, it's Crowder. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Come on, come on. Hit.
Here's Daniels. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Here we go. Set.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. And it's caught. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
1st and goal, Washington.
And now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal.
Let's go. Ready.
They'll look to throw again. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Robinson will score. Touchdown, Commanders.
Touchdown, Washington.
Austin Seibert on for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Powering his way forward. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds.
In a tie game, both sides are looking for something to give them an advantage. It often falls back on special teams, and that return, that could be the spark to untie the game.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And maybe a chance for a quick completion and then a long field goal try. We'll see.
Kill. Here we go. 46, 46.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Over the middle, complete. It's Ferguson. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. fires off the left upright and deflects away. It's no good. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
I'm not flying. I'm not flying.
On second down, another shot for Robinson. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 15 yards the pickup. First down, Washington.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And the tackle for loss goes to Eric Kendricks.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's got his man. That's Ertz downfield. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 35. 23 yards the pickup there. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Working out of the gun, Daniels. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 41.
Well, this is something we've seen before, partner. We've seen a defense bait a rookie, pretend to leave a window open, and then the defensive back jumped it as soon as the ball was released. Big-time play. They love taking advantage of the youngsters, and in this case, it paid off well.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. And it's incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Right check. Under.
Prescott. Looking right sideline, that's complete. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, Cowboys! Rico Dowdle, 59 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Aubrey good with a PAT. And that makes the score 14-7. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
Slings this deep from McLaurin. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Pushing his way through. And the Cowboys are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
He was taken down by Jarquinius.
Throwing. Prescott. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Here we go. Here we go, going to 53. Here we go, going to 54, going to 50, 26.
Prescott to throw it. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Now, you don't want to see that penalty at any point, but it adds a little extra to it when it comes on third down.
It certainly does, because if this were a boxing match, they had him on the ropes there. Third down incompletion, fourth down upcoming. Instead, that mistake resets everything back to first down, which means they have to stay on the field longer to try and stop this drive.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3.
Yeah, here we go. Where you take? Where you take? Where you take?
A running play. It's Dowdle. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. This offense so far on third down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
54, why here? We're going to 54, why here? Where you take?
Prescott off play action. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Come on, come on.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The rookie from LSU leading this offense well. A good throw there leads to a first down.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 47 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Hey, I'm not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
Here we go, 1st and goal. Robinson is in. Touchdown, Commanders. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
So Washington now with an important 2-point conversion attempt.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
They're going to try and run for it. And he will get into the end zone. So how about that for putting it on the line? They've taken the lead by a point here in the 4th quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Here's 1st and 10.
Yeah, here we go. Right, take. Kill.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. They'll come up now on 2nd down.
Here we go.
Looking to throw. Prescott. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. This one, an absolute must. It's 4th and 4. Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. That's complete to Lamb. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lift at the end of that one. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Yeah, here we go. Right, take.
Here's Prescott. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.